Let's go now. There's a carriage on the next corner. If we hide within, they'll drive us right to it.
I'll hide inside it. You're going home.
Home? Go back to a cold...
What, man?
These ones get to live. At least until they drive me to this factory.
Well, they'll never get hold of it now.
Bleeding anarchists. Couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery.
About bloody time. What the hell took you so long?
Yeah, I'd like to see anyone try and break in here.
That crazy homeboy is here!
We have visit! Oh.
You're back. Mr. Morris, I see. I was afraid it would come to this. He was a good man, but even the best of us can lose our way when blinded by grief. Still, I thank you for preventing a greater tragedy.
Come on!
Thomas, was it?
Yes.
I knew you'd show. My warmest welcome. It's our business to keep London in balance, monitoring shipments by road, sea, and rail. Our biggest problem, the blighters. If you could rid us of them, I'd be ever so grateful.
It would make London safer.
You find anything that sparkles, it's yours.
I do love a bit of sparkle.
I'm so relieved to have found you. I fear my upcoming meeting is going to be disrupted. Strike breakers, maybe, or police spies. Ruffians who fear the march of progress.
Fear not, Mr. Marks. I'll look after you.
I worry that any agitation will incite terrible violence, so please remove troublemakers without attracting any attention. Wunderbar. Thank you. I must prepare, but I will see you inside shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, United Workers! The man needs no introduction, but I shall give him one anyway. He has sacrificed so much in the hope that we may all benefit. Please give a warm reception to Mr. Karl Marx. Ladies and gentlemen, United Workers! The man we're here to see needs no introduction, but I shall give him one anyway. He has sacrificed so much in the hope that we may all benefit. Please give a warm reception to Mr. Karl Marx.
Workers, comrades, thank you for the most generous welcome.
Hello, what's she up to?
Today with a heavy. England stands at the head of social and industrial Europe. In the last 2 decades, there has been an unheard of development in industry and unprecedented increase in exports and imports. While these are facts to be celebrated by the property classes, for the workers, very little has changed. You well know under what conditions of shattered health, damaged morals, and spiritual ruin this increase of wealth and power was produced for the upper class. No perfecting of machinery, no application of science to industry, no improvement of the means of communication, no new colonies, no emigration, no opening out of new markets, no free trade, and not all these things put together can do away with the misery of the toiling masses. But rather, on the contrary, that upon the present false basis, every new development of the productive power of labor during this epoch of economic progress, death from starvation has raised itself almost to the rank of a social institution here in London, the capital of the British Empire. In the annals of world history, this age will be characterized by the more impetuous course of its expanded range and the deadlier effects of the social plague known as the commercial and industrial crisis. I believe that it is not necessary that the means of labor should be monopolized as a means of dominating the workers and exploiting them. That just like slavery and serfdom,
We're going to take a walk, you and I.
it is a ordinate social form which is destined to vanish before associated labor, which will accomplish its work with willing hands, vigorous mind, and cheerful heart. It has been said that the House of Commons is a house of landlords. I put it to you today that to capture political power is now the great duty of the working class. We must attempt the political reorganization of the workers if we are to improve their lot. The workers must go forward in a united fashion with the struggle for such a policy is embraced in the universal struggle for the emancipation of the working class. And so I say to you, proletarians of all lands, unite! In order to free the workers, the cooperative system of labor requires to develop on a national scale. And following from that must be furthered by national means. For their part, the lords of the land and the lords of capital will continue steadily to use their political privileges for the defense and perpetuation of their emancipation of the workers. They will...
United Workers! The man we're here to see needs no introduction, but I shall give him one anyway. He has sacrificed so much in the hope that we may all benefit. Please give a warm reception to Mr. Karl Marx.
Thank you for your most generous. I come before you today with the misery of the toiling masses, but rather on the contrary, that upon the present false basis, every new development of the productive power of labor must lead to the widening of the gulf between the classes and to the heightening of social antagonisms. During this epoch of death from starvation has raised itself almost to the rank of a social institution here in London, the capital of the British Empire. Characterized by the more impetuous course, the more extended range, and the deadlier effects of the social plague known as the commercial and industrial crisis. I believe that it is not necessary that the means of labor should be...
Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned. You're all free to go, apart from Mr. Marks. Him, we want to have words with.
Stay behind the lectern, Mr. Marks. This is what I'm here for. Here we go again.
You've done a great service for the workers of London. I'm confident the reforms we seek cannot be far over the horizon. I don't suppose you'd formally join the Workers' Party?
I'm not much for politics.
He's not much for anything that requires deep thought.
Does that mean you'll join, Comrade Evie?
I'm afraid I have other responsibilities.
Honorary memberships, perhaps.
You don't give up, do you?
We seem to have that in common. Auf Wiedersehen, my friends.
There you are. This could be interesting. There's no shortage of firearms in this neighborhood.
I suspect the solution will turn on geometry, timing, and human nature.
There may be a penny dreadful in it. Look into it, won't you?
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
He was a good man, very honorable. I'm proud to have served under Colonel Prescott in the 11th Foot Gold Coast, Africa. I was on my way here. Heard 2 shots I did, right at the stroke of noon. Bullet hole in the clock. That's a new one. It could have already been there when I arrived at noon.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect. I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Prescott put that up in memory of the time he led a sortie across the Pearl River to outflank Ashanti warriors. Things turned out badly that day. Horrific. We lost several of our comrades. Prescott wanted us to remember them.
Apparently they put the clock there while doing some repairs. It still runs, I notice. From what I can gather, Prescott was shot almost exactly at 12 o'clock noon. When Colonel Prescott retired from the army, he used his connections and started this munitions factory. He wanted the men that served with him to have work when they left the army. The young lads across the street were fooling with a pistol they'd found. A bullet must have gone astray through the wooden fence. Hit Mr. Prescott smack in the chest. Bloody unlucky for all concerned.
Him and me like to insult each other. I was a lieutenant under his command in Africa. I love the army. No one questions you when you wear a uniform. Anyways, every morning when he arrived, we'd call out and joke with each other. Yeah. Well, Prescott led a flanking sortie that went wrong. Lots of casualties. Some men called the colonel a coward, but it were really just bad luck. Anyway, he resigned. To make amends, he offered work at his factory whenever one of us left the army.
We stood right there on a mark and shot the target. I went to shoot, but there was a loud bang. I was surprised and missed the target completely. It wasn't me who killed the man. I'm no murderer. We found a revolver underneath the lumberyard window. Don't know where it came from.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
I admit it. I sell stolen rifles and pistols. All very hush-hush. Black market. I made that shot. Early this morning, Prescott challenged me to plug the 12 from my shop. I missed just slow. No one witnessed it. It was too early in the morning. I brought that gun back from Africa. I was a sniper fighting the Ashanti. I used that gun this morning for Prescott's challenge. It's the only Whitworth we have. I'd never sell it.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
Saw him each morning as I drove by. Seemed like a good sort. We lost an entire barrel of beer, damn it. I heard 2 loud bangs, but thought nothing of it. Later, I found a bullet hole in a barrel. Imagine that, a bullet hole. My lad Samuel might know more. He's around back, tossing trash in the river. The poor lad. Fell on my doorstep a few years ago. He's in a bad way, has some sort of malady. Rides in the back while I make deliveries. Hard worker, very determined.
I just drop off beer. Don't pay much attention to people along the way. There was an hole in a barrel. I've got no explanation for that. That's for some sickness I picked up a while ago. Can't remember the name of it.
His goddamn cowardice in Africa got me best friends killed. He should have faced a firing squad.
Very good sleuthing on your part. It's a miracle anyone survived, what with all those bullets whizzing about.
Up to the cliff with you.
Ah, this is one that's most promising.
An important detective is missing. Skullduggery is surely afoot.
Solve it, and I'll write it up quick as you please.
He's a friend of mine. The whole station is out looking for him as we speak. Ironically, he came here on an investigation himself. Seems several people have gone missing in this part of town. We've had reports of missing people over the last few months. Detective Murphy is just the most recent and the only one who's anybody to speak of.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
I saw him going into the barber shop when I was on my way to work. In this kind of neighborhood, people come and go.
An odd man indeed. He spent a fair amount of time in here, poking around. Some people around town just seem to vanish. It is mysterious. George delivers that to us. It's amazing. The flowers just grow and grow. Sweet boy. Constantly giving my assistant gifts, a jacket, a handbag, and so on.
George is my sweetheart. I think he plans to propose marriage soon. Maybe even today.
He came in asking lots of questions. I believe I answered them to his satisfaction. I suppose there are a few people I haven't seen in a while. Why would you want to know about him? Stupid boy. He does deliver tan leather on occasion, but I really have very little to do with him.
Yeah, I gave him a trim. He asked no-ended questions. When I cut his hair, I notices a tattoo right at the base of his neck. A green Celtic cross it was. You're right. Several people have disappeared over the past months. Some of them were customers of mine. George was in here earlier, getting an haircut. He wanted to look nice for his girl. He's been seeing Joanna from the flower shop for some time now. Said he's finally saved up enough money to pop a question.
I should return and find out about this.
I'm trying to quit drinking. Sometimes my hand shakes when I'm given a shave.
George, I hoped he'd stop by. I want to see his new haircut. You must be at his house. Oh, I do hope he proposes soon. George, I hoped he'd...
That's unusual.
In here asking about missing people. Bought a meat pie, he did. Stayed and chatted for a few minutes, then headed off to the barber. I'm told that some people have gone missing, but I don't know anything about it. George delivers meat from the pies. Lovely lad. I pay on delivery. I believe he picks it up from a local butcher shop.
What in the blazes was that for? This neighborhood is falling apart, and the people are turning into animals.
You mean the annoying bloke nosing around? I told him to sod off. I pride myself on the quality of the beef I sell. Somebody selling cheap around here, though, my sales have dropped off. George? I don't know any George.
It's a good chicken.
Should have just stayed at home. I don't need to deal with this sort of treatment. I knew I should have stayed in bed today.
I'm just one woman. How could I have got rid of all those bodies? Excuse me, I think I'm going to be sick. I just thought... How exactly did they get rid of the bodies?
Sweet boy. Constantly giving my assistant gifts, a jacket, a handbag, and so on.
Where the hell did he get to then?
An odd sort of detective who gets lost.
Why would you want to know about him? Stupid boy. He does deliver tan leather on occasion, but I really have very little to do with him.
I did was give him an haircut. Nothing wrong with that.
He was coming too close to figuring out where all those people went.
Ah, this is one that's most promising.
An important detective is missing. Skullduggery is surely afoot.
Solve it, and I'll write it up quick as you please.
Miss Attaway.
Yes, may I? Oh. Splendid. You're here to murder me.
I what?
No matter. Everyone has a price. Is this enough?
I'm not here to kill you.
And what's your game?
Mr. Starrick and the Milner Company have blocked your ambitions long enough. I have a business proposition for you.
Wonderful. Come with me. We have much to discuss, Mr.
Jacob Fry. At your service.
Truer words were never spoken.
If you'd be so kind as to take the reins. You must understand, I've received threats against my life. Malcolm Milner has all but waged war on me since Mr. Starrick bought out his company. And no offense, I hope, but you do look the killing type.
I doubt I shall ever recover from such a slight.
What then is your interest in my redemption, Mr. Fry?
I sense an opportunity that will benefit us both.
Do you?
Is that so hard to believe?
Whatever your intentions, it will be quite the tonic to strike back against Milner and Starrick. I have worked them. That's one of Milner's.
Walk on, girl.
I can't lose another bus! Get away from my bus!
Slow down now. Atta girl. Keep moving.
Malcolm Milner. Starrick's puppet himself.
Careful, you twats! This Parksy needs to make it to the Attaway depot.
He thinks he can burn my buses. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine.
Let's give him the whole damn bottle. We'll turn Milner's park scene against him. But I'll need help from my gang.
Such entrepreneurial instinct, Mr. Fry. I shall leave you to it.
Nice day for a bit of bloodshed, isn't it? Let's wreak havoc, shall we?
Right. I'll cover your back.
Yeah, of course. Cheers. All right.
I'm hungry as all hell, but that's not you. All right then.
Pistols at the ready.
My shot's ready.
Prepare for a volley. Heave ho, Jacob.
I've been bleeding her. I said it's a door nail. And good riddance. You won't be stirring up no more trouble.
Primed and ready.
Count on me, Jacob, if you need me. I'll back you up if you're in any bother, Jacob. You won't be stirring up no more trouble.
How's that for a taste?
I can see Milner's stock price plummeting already. You're hired. Oh, I have more business planned for us both. Drop a note to my secretary to make an appointment, and I shall review the next step in our scheme.
I don't actually work like that.